I just want to kind of check in with you a little bit. So I've been excited to see the progress that many of you have made during week one, and now we're concluding week two of our AOM30 computer applications course. So just so you know, I went ahead and published week three. Week three is available for you. Um, and now let me take a look. So that week three is where you will be working on you'll be finishing up working on Microsoft Word, and then you'll start on Excel chapter one. So that's available to you, and all of those assignments are going to be due next Sunday on the 19th. And then I went ahead and was able to publish out week four. Week four is going to be very, very heavy. There's a lot there because it's Excel 2, 3, and 4. So there's a lot of work there. So I wanted to give it to you so that you could plan ahead and start working on that. Um, go ahead and turn it in. And so all of those assignments are all due on the 20th by the 26th. But you can, work on that now if you're able. And then also I've went ahead and published week five, which isn't as much as what week four was. Week five is dealing with Microsoft Access, but we're only looking at one chapter of Microsoft Access, chapter one. But there's a lot of discussions because there's different aspects of Access I want you to look at. So there's videos, and then you're kind of going to talk about the videos. And so those are all due August the 2nd. And then week six is not published yet. It will probably be published probably next week, hopefully. But those assignments would be due, week six would be due on August the 6th, because that's when the class ends. But feel free to work ahead, as you're able to. I mean, you don't have to. You can, turn things in certainly by the due dates, but this class, there's a lot of information because basically it is a full, we've cut down a lot what we've been doing, but basically it's what we normally would cover in what would have been 18 and now 16 weeks. And then we still have to meet the same criteria that we would have to meet, even though it is only a 6-week accelerated. So pace yourself through it. And that's why I wanted to publish everything so that you're able to kind of pace yourself. Now, when you get to the work on Access and the assignments where you're actually having to use the book and you're actually doing work in that, note that you will need to use a Windows computer. You're not going to be able to do it on a Macintosh. I know some people like to use use their MacBook Pro or their MacBook Air or their MacBook to complete the assignments, and that's fine. But just know there is no Apple version of Microsoft Access, which is the database. It does not exist. So you will need to use a Windows computer for that. So if you can use either a friend or a family member, or you are able to go onto the Merced College campus, either in Merced or out in Los Baños, if that's closer to you. They're open Monday through the library is open at both campuses Monday through Thursday, and I believe it closes like at 5, either 5. I think that's when it closes. So I know it's challenging, for people that work, but that's why. But there's only 3 assignments, and they should not take you very much time at all, hopefully, to complete. But just know you will, for that particular portion, working with Microsoft Access, which is in week 5, you will need to use a Windows computer. It will not work on a Mac. There's no, some of you might be trying to do it like on the online version of Office. You will not be able to do it. So you have to use a Windows computer for that. And then the last week 6 is our study of PowerPoint. And that definitely will not be as intense. Those assignments usually go pretty fast, what we're doing with that. And that's a lot easier for students. So it's good that that's kind of where we're kind of rounding off on. But if you do have any questions, please email me or use the inbox feature within Canvas. Or um, if you do need to set up a time to get together, I am available most mornings. I'm available all day on Monday and all day on Friday, but then I teach right now through the end of July. I teach Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoon out in Chowchilla at the state prison there, the Valley State Prison, which is the men's prison. So I'm teaching there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the afternoon. But I'm available in any time those mornings usually, or anytime Monday or Friday to meet with you. Or we can make a time Saturday or Sunday as well if we need to. If there's anything in particular that you're really struggling with. But hopefully with the videos, with everything that's here, hopefully it is a good experience for you. So I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to come on myself and talk to you just to encourage you. You're doing a great job. I really appreciate it. One other issue that has come up, one of the students that she mentioned was she's having a trouble getting the material now. So if you are, make sure that you reach out to the Merced College bookstore. Most of you probably were enrolled, and I don't believe it's called Follett Access anymore, but it's the system with Follett where the book was included with your tuition. There was a charge, so you have your tuition, and then there was a charge for your book also, and it was a set, $20 or $30 a unit for you to pay for your book, whatever it was. If for some reason you're having issues with that, accessing the ebook, then you need to contact the library. And that would be the case if you didn't opt out. If you explicitly opted out of Follett Access, then you either needed to go to the publisher website and request a digital copy, or buy the book or rent it from Amazon or Chegg or one of these other places. I'm not able to give you those assignments because of copyright reasons. I did it for the first couple chapters because I realized people are still trying to get settled, trying to get their financial aid in order, and so on and so forth. But after that, I'm not able to do that. So, but you do have the videos there, which for the most part should follow. I know that they did change and maybe add a little things along the way. So just kind of, use patience with that, because a lot of this was done with the previous edition of the book. Now we're using the new edition, but I think most of the assignments, they should be pretty much the same. You should be able to complete everything else. And everybody is, and nobody said that they've had issues with that. So please, if you are having trouble, please reach out. Otherwise, I'm excited for you. This is an exciting class. It goes quick. Obviously, teaching it over the summer, but it's a good, hopefully it's a good experience for you. That's my hope, is that it is, and that you're learning some skills, learning some things that you haven't, done before. And definitely, if you're able to purchase the book, it's a good resource to have. But there are things online as well. I know OpenStax, they make a book for this. So I know, and that one's really good. There's, it talks about both Microsoft Office and Google. Most companies will use Microsoft, but it's good to, be well versed, because you don't know what you're going to run into. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. It's nice to at least be able to come this way. And I've communicated with a lot of you through email, so that's been good. So bye for now.